Welcome back, decoders, to the channel. This is part 3 of the ongoing saga of the Charlie Cook incident. And this episode of the incident will be about, some more things of what I touched on yesterday, but also this is going to be mainly about the shooter that they've identified. And as you guys have probably already seen from other channels and from other places, the shooter was captured 33 hours after after this happened. Okay, so let's just take a look at the word police in gematria equals 60 and 33, and these, of course, he was captured by the police 33 hours after, right? Well, not only that, in fact, let me just use the base 4 ciphers here. He was captured by the police after 33 hours, and his name equals the guy he took out, Charlie Kirk, equals 60, like police, like 60, right? Like Donald Trump equals 60. We just had the 60th presidential election on the anniversary of King James, his attempted assassination, right? But we're going to get more to the 60s in a minute, but let's focus on the 33. Police equals 33. And Masonic, like masonry. If you spell it, Masonic, or masonry, sorry. Masonry equals 33, right? So masonry equals 33, police equals 33. This guy was caught 33 hours after the incident by the police. And he was caught, shout out to Joseph Aquaviva, 222, for this. He was caught 33 days before his birthday. His birthday is Charlie Kirk's birthday. Charlie Kirk's birthday is October 14th. That means the suspect was caught 33 days before Charlie Kirk's birthday. After 33 hours, right? The shooting occurred. See, the president of the college where the shooting occurred 33 days after the president of the college's birthday, which was the same day that the movie Weapons came out on August 8th, and Weapons equals 33. Of course, the shooter had weapons, right? So Weapons equals 33. The school president, her birthday is the same day the Weapons movie came out, which was 33 days before the shooting. The next day, after 33 hours, he's captured 33 days before Charlie Kirk's birthday. And it gets better because not only was he caught 33 hours after 33 days before Kirk's birthday, they gave the guy's name to be Tyler Robinson. And if you guys know anything about Scottish Rite Freemasonry, you guys are going to know that the highest degree is 33. And Tyler Robinson, why Tyler? Why did they choose Tyler? Well, Tyler is the outer guard existing in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. He is the guard door. He guards the door to the lodge, the secrecy. The Tyler. Let's look at it. The Tyler, right? The doorkeeper in Freemasonry. And considering his name not only means he's the guard of the door, and he, after 33 hours, when the highest form of the rite is 33, look at his name, guys. Tyler Robinson. Let me make this a bit bigger. Tyler Robinson literally equals 165, like Scottish Rite. And this is known as the Scottish Rite for short. And this happened in Orem, Utah, which equals 165 in Latin gematria. And yesterday, I connected this incident to the historical assassination of John the Fearless, because John the Fearless was assassinated on September 10th, 1419, exactly 606 years before the assassination of. Here's the slide right here. John the Fearless was assassinated by Charles exactly 606 years before Charlie's real name was assassinated. Okay, Orem Utah equals 606, like it was 606 years. Well, yeah, so Orem equals 165, like Scottish Rite, like John the Fearless. And again, I just showed you this was all connected to the historical event of John the Fearless. And the shooter's name just happens to equal John the Fearless in Scottish Rite. And again, this is a whole Scottish Rite ritual. Tyler is somebody who guards the door. Now look at where the Scottish Rite, the current modern day Scottish Rite of Freemasonry was founded. It was founded in Charleston, South Carolina. Guys, Charleston. I just did a whole video yesterday about the name Charles, right? King Charles, he was in the news just before Charles Kirk was shot. And it was connected to King James, whose middle name is Charles. And this whole thing happened just after the Charlotte stabbing, and Charlotte is a form of Charles. And that happened in North Carolina. This is Scottish Rite was founded in Charleston, South Carolina. Okay? So it all fits, guys. Charleston, South Carolina, the founding place of the Scottish Rite. And 165s all over this, like the shooter and the Scottish Rite. So not only is his name Tyler, like the Tyler who guards the door in Masonry, he's caught after 33 hours, which is the 33rd degree, and his name is Tyler Robertson, which equals Scottish Rite. I mean, it doesn't get any more perfect than that. Now we're going to talk about the 60 again, because I mentioned in my last decode that the 60 was super important because Charlie Kirk is the subject of this whole incident, and he equals 60, like Donald Trump. And this happened 60 days after the anniversary of Trump's attempted assassination. And this was all connected to King James, whose middle name is Charles, right? But why? Because James Charles is the name of King James, right? King James was a Scottish monarch. And Charlie Kirk's name is Charles James, and King James' name is James Charles. Well, James Charles Stewart, his full name, King James, equals 60, like Charlie Kirk. Okay? So, considering the 60s here, let's see what's happened with the shooter. Well, look at this. Not only does the shooter's name, Tyler Robinson, equal Charlie Kirk, the guy he shot, equals 75. Well, look at this. Going back to the 60s, the writing on his weapons, remember I told you the weapons movie, but the writing on the weapons of Tyler Robinson was "Hey fascist catch," and look at the gematria of "Hey fascist catch," 60, like Charlie Kirk, and the song reference on the weapons is "Oh Bella Ciao," and Bella Ciao is all about liberation, the Nazi Germany. Just read about it, guys. It's Bella Ciao is the name of the song. He quoted this on his weapons. Well, Bella Ciao, again, equals 60. And again, how did I start off this decode? By talking about the police and the 33. Well, police equals 60 and 33, right? We already covered the 33s, but now the 60s. Police equals 60 in the same cipher as Bella Ciao. And on the weapon, he had Bella Ciao, the song, the lyrics. And he also wrote, "Hey fascist catch." That phrase equals 60. And again, this goes back to all the 60s here, connecting to Donald Trump and King James. So what is the chance, guys? He writes this on his weapon, which equals Charlie Kirk, equals 60. It was 60 days after Trump's assassination anniversary. Tyler Robinson equals Charlie Kirk, 75. Now remember, Charlie Kirk was killed 666 days after King Charles' birthday, his 75th birthday. And of course, this is the gematria of Charlie Kirk and Tyler Robinson, these two characters. So, I mean, it's perfect, guys. It really is perfect. Now, we got to talk about the KIRK Party. Yes, we're going to bring this all back around. Big shout out to this guy on Twitter, Hilly Appleseed. Well, he shared this with me, And it's pretty clear that this is also what this is all about. There was a KIRK party. In Scottish, KIRK means church. The KIRK party was a radical Presbyterian faction. Radical, right? We're talking about radical ideologies right now, right? So the KIRK party was a radical ideology for the Presbyterian Church of the Scottish Covenanters. Scottish guys. And who did they serve? They purged the Covenanters' General Assembly and army of ungodly elements and crowned Charles II, King of Scotland. Guys, we're in the time of Charles III, and the KIRK party, I already showed how this all connected to Charles III, our current monarch, but the KIRK party back in history, in the 1600s, purged the Covenanters, the General Assembly of ungodly elements. Was this not what KIRK was trying to do? He was trying to purge the United States of its transgenderism, its ungodly things that the Bible is against. The KIRK party, and now Charlie Kirk gets killed, and that's what he was trying to do. And his name was Charles. And the KIRK party served Charles II, King of Scotland, who was, if you look into it, he was a descendant of Charles I, who was a descendant of King James. So King James' grandson, essentially, is the subject of the KIRK party. Okay? The KIRK party was all about the grandson of King James of Scotland. I just connected this to the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. And now we learn that the KIRK party is all about Scottish, and it was serving Charles II of Scotland. So it's so obvious in so many ways now at this point, right? All these tributes to history. But what am I getting at? Look at the gematria of KIRK party. Yes, you guys guessed it. KIRK party equals 60. And again, Charlie Kirk equals 60. The King James name, who again was the grandfather of the king who the KIRK party served, James Charles Stewart, equals 60. This was also connected to Abraham Lincoln, which equals 60. But yeah, the weapons had Bella Chow and Hey Fascist Catch on it, which both equals 60, like Charlie Kirk. And then we find out that the KIRK party equals 60. And it's just so perfect, guys. The KIRK party was all about purging of ungodly elements, which is exactly what Charlie Kirk was out to do. And so I just don't see how it's any more clear, of this 60 number being so important, considering it was 60 days after the anniversary of Trump's. And don't forget, Trump's family is from Scottish descent. And if you type in the word Scotland, it equals 88, like Trump, right? And Trump is Scottish origin, his descent. And remember, this shooting happened 88 days after Trump's birthday, which was the 165th day of the year, which was No King's Day. Remember, I talked about the 165, right? Trump's birthday is the 165th day of the year. I talked about the 165, Scottish Rite 165, the shooter's name, Tyler Robinson 165, Orem 165. This shooting was 88 days after Trump's birthday on the 165th day of the year, when Trump equals 88 and Scotland equals 88. And what happened on Trump's birthday this year? It was No King's Day. No kings. Again, going back to the kings, the Charles, all the kings Charles, right? So it's perfectly aligned. And speaking of King Charles, well, first of all, let's go to the Instagram of the wife of Charlie Kirk. And again, prayers to the family if they really did lose him, but I'm not so sure of that. I'll let you guys decide. But she posted that on the 3rd of September, she posted a countdown. Walk the countdown with us. And again, this was on the 3rd of September. And the countdown was supposedly to end on September 16th, which is interesting. So this countdown was posted 7 days before, um, the death of her husband. Of course, her husband's right there with them. But you know how it says it's all about the children, about childhood. Children could enter eternity. This could go back to the movie Weapons, where the children disappear, right? But yeah, so this countdown, look at this, 606 likes on this. I just talked about that number. Anyways, 9/16 was the countdown for this date. Well, of course, he got, taken out on the 10th, which was 6 days before this countdown end. But what I find interesting is it was just announced that Donald Trump will be meeting with King Charles. Look at the news, September 11th news. Buckingham Palace confirms the change of meeting time between Trump and King Charles. And lo and behold, look at when the date of their meeting. It was supposed to be on the 17th to the 19th, but they changed it. The palace confirmed Wednesday that the dates of the state visit have been moved to Tuesday the 16th. So guys, the countdown that was originally put out by the wife of Charlie Kirk for the 16th is now going to be the official meeting day of Trump and Charles. Wow. So, and again, remember, I pointed out in yesterday's video how this is all connected to King Charles and all the kings. Trump had no King's Day on his birthday. And so what are the chances that these two men will be meeting on that day when Charlie Kirk's wife had posted on September 3rd the countdown to the 16th, which is the day that these two guys would meet? And again, both these guys, hugely connected. Trump from Scotland, no King's Day on his birthday. Charles, his mother died in Scotland. So I'm just saying, what a coincidence, right? And again, the Kirk party served Charles II, and now we're currently talking about Charles III. So, I mean, and I could say a lot more about the Bella Ciao stuff. All last month, I was talking about the WWE and their show that was held in Paris, France on the 31st of August, which was a tribute to King Charles and his wife who died in a car crash on that day. And I told you last night that in the WWE show, there's a girl right now walking around named Nikki Bella who wears the shirt Fearless on it. And I made a connection to John the Fearless, and they were calling Charlie Kirk Fearless. So it does connect to the wrestling theme, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to leave you with this. This was all about Masonry, the 33rd degree, Scottish. It's a huge Scottish theme here. Scotland, the kings of Scotland, the Scottish Rite, Trump being Scottish. The name Robinson. I mean, let's look it up. I'm pretty sure the name Robinson. If I can find it here. So the surname Robinson, just let it load, is actually connected to my last names, Robertson, which is Scottish. But this is more of an English name, but you could say this also might connect to the Scottish. But yeah, I mean, my last name is Robertson. Other names associated with Robinson are Robinson, which is the shooter's name, which can connect to Scotland. Robertson is a Scottish name. Robinson seems to be more of an English name. But I mean, is there really that much of a difference? So the guy's name is Robinson. He's a robbing son. You get it? He robs the son who robs. Well, I mean, I'm wondering if that means that William or Harry. Remember, we just had news about the son of Prince or King Charles, Harry, right? Something about the son robbing. So that's interesting. Batman and Robin. Me and Rambo and AJ on the Truth Codes, we have been talking, or Rambo's been talking a lot about Robin, Batman and Robin. But the point is, it's interesting that this could also connect to Scotland with his name. the shooter. And I want to give a big shout out also, guys. Go check out the post from Gematria on his blog, on his site, Gematria blog. I mean, he talks about these same concepts, but he had some interesting things to add with the Dutch connection with the John the Fearless. He also found that John the First, John the Fearless equals 666. Fearless Charlie equals 666. We covered all that yesterday, but yeah, I think that's it, guys. But you can see the 165s were big once again. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm tired of decodes the last 3 days, and I think all the main points have been hit. So take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys very soon with another video. Okay, God bless. Make sure you hit the likes on the way out. God bless. See you.